Hey, buddy.
Alright, welcome to the Armored Core 6 Rusty Lorethrough. Now it's time to go through logs. We've collected all the data logs up to this point now. Nothing new there. Okay, so this was from one of the destroyed mechs. He knew Rusty was working with the RLF. That's Ball's Arsenal 2. That there's a glitch in the video feed, like something's about to happen. And again, I didn't even notice that in that one. Oh no, never mind. Okay, I get it. So that's Boss Arsenal 2 before the ghost killed everybody. It's about the... Okay, read that one. That's G4 when Iguazu basically abandoned him. And it looks like there's an AC up there, isn't there? Wish you could inspect these closer. Oh. Which is interesting. Where's I at it? Right here. Right in the middle there. I don't know. I'll like circulate in the video. That doesn't look like a ghost. So who is that? Who actually took down all the boss guards? Doesn't seem like it was a ghost, because that's not a ghost. Solo, maybe? No, not Solo. Guazu, maybe? Alright, the collector's last words. I should have read this one when I got it. Wait, let's not do anything hasty. I'm no one, okay? I'm just a lowy debt collector. I didn't know this was your turf, I swear. The guy I'm after, he's a tricky one. He could be hiding anywhere in the grid by now. Wait, no, please, you don't have to kill me. Oh, I wonder if that's why that mark was hiding. On the other side of that, I bet you we got... This is the one we got from the lava, or the pipe that had lava, and then the merc was in the other pipe hiding. He was the one that, yeah, because he was the one that, like, didn't matter how much money, because he felt the money was all his anyways. Can't be the top vesters or good as dead. At least he is off duty. She's the Liberation Front's little sister. She doesn't deserve to be out here. Still love and be loved. Have a family. Okay. This is one of the ones we didn't get before. When the time comes, Furlong will... Technology Elcano. You must be hidden until then. Okay. Sounds like, yeah, someone was trying to tell Rusty to stay hidden under the Vespers until time was right. It looks like when the time comes, Furlong will something technology, something Elcano. You must remain hidden until then, be hidden until then. These coral mealworms, they're just kind of, you know, a bunch of crap is what they are. A teeny tiny shot of coral diluted all the way down until there's damn near nothing. No one's getting high off that. That's why we're different. You got to take Rubicon's blessings raw. Oh man, there's nothing like it. Damn right, hit your brain with a pop and a sizzle. That's creepy, knowing what coral is. Basically, if you didn't catch it from the last episode, the Rubiconians, the coral now is the remnants of the Rubiconians that died during the fires of Ibis. Basically, like their souls turned into some, like oil, where dinosaurs and stuff degraded into oil and created it. Corals, rather than the physical creating a thing, their souls did it. That's what it sounds like to me. So the coral is filled up with basically dead Rubiconian souls. And so when these guys are sniffing coral, they're basically sniffing dead people's souls. When I hear something wild, turn out those big shots at the PCA run the satellites, take their orders from an AI. They're working. Oh, that's right. Read that one. I know about our new boss. Think we can trust him? You think? Oh, okay. Read that one. Record extracted from a wreck. Evidence in it. Looks like PCA inspectors are on the move. Make sure the 4 know. As for the other core, well, Melanite and Takagawa don't seem too ambitious. All they care about is selling their products. Furlong, though, they're pretending to be neutral. But you know those crafty foxes would never make a move out in the open. I'm wondering if the 4 are the hacktivists. I think they said that was 4, right? Yeah, Branch has made a rotating group of 4 people. I have a feeling that's what that's talking about. Okay. We do what the notice from the system tells us. For now, we focus on corporation forces. Make sure to keep an eye on the independent mercenaries, too. We have Branch to thank for causing this mess. No doubt they've landed on Rubicon. Okay. This seems like it's coming from PCA. Okay, this is from the past. Around the fires of Ibis. Yeah, okay. Those are the gaps. We already figured that out from the Alpha. What was it called? Something Alpha. I forgot. But the gaps are just like deep caves that lead into the underground city effectively. Whatever it is, you can't miss. Some kind of massive cave. Yeah. Xylem remains fully operational. The planetary closure did their best. Yeah. The other ones know PCA and whoever sends those ghost mechs out. A wave mutation has been detected. It's happening. The aging mercenary is the ideal candidate to serve as the trigger. We must now bring the 3rd factor into play. Aging mercenary. Are they talking about Walter? That's an interesting one. Aging mercenary. Oh, well, looking at the back, did we get that from Attack the Watch Point? I wonder if they're talking about Sola. That might be about Sola. It's probably about Sola. because he's a first gen. So he's old like Carla should be. We went to those. Yeah, we went to that. Okay. I'm gonna get to those last. The well we found in Gala's going dry. Sooner or later, we can't just harvest as much coral as we used to, and what little we do got, the corpse squeeze out of us. You know we need it to raise mealworms. How many more child must we watch starve? Okay. I think that's relation to the Boz facility, maybe. And the re-education center. Okay. So we'll go into these ones now. Dolmine's writings. The coral's Rubicon's blessing. The land is frail and withered. Yet within lurks limitless abundance. And just a single drop grants us our flesh and blood. Coral, abide with Rubicon. Sounds like a cult. How long has it been since I first saw her voice? Fear not, she said. There will always be plenty. She told me this, as I was imbibing Rubicon's blessings one fateful day. If I were you, I'd never allow this, I replied, and I was forever ashamed by my seat. That one's confusing. Symbiosis. You seem to be contemplating the meaning of the word. This moment of happiness we share comes at the cost of our siblings' sacrifices all. Is that symbiosis? Surely not. She says that she will respect my wishes. If I cross this threshold, tragedy will befall the world of mankind. Yet if I do not, here I stand, too afraid to cast the die. I don't have 4. Yeah, I'm missing some of these too. Alright, Professor Nagai's log. Coral is an organic substance capable of self-propagation. The speed at which it proliferates is determined by the density of the colony. As such, a vacuum would provide an ideal environment to maximize coral density and thus growth. However, one must not overlook the signs of mutations within the coral brought about by this density effect. It is mutations such as these that will bring about a collapse that humanity has no hope of controlling. Assistant number 1 has lost his mind. His research has utterly consumed him. Granted, there may be some logic to Seapol's sensory augmentation of human subjects, but no ethical scholar would ever dare cross that point of no return. Mankind is driven mad by possibilities. What does coral represent, if not sheer potential? No, the coral tide is riding it. No, the coral tide is rising at an abnormal rate. This resonance, it suggests some kind of mutation. Run the calculations. How much time do we have? 47 hours, 2 minutes, 16 seconds. We still have time. Deploy IBIS. There's no averting the ruin that awaits both the Institute and Rubicon itself. I must now concern myself with what follows. The data shows signs of wave mutation. Observation must continue. Assistant number 2 is our only remaining hope. Though it pains me, I have no choice but to pass the legacy of our sins onto her, my own student. So definitely they were really getting into stuff which caused the fires of Ibis to happen. It doesn't seem like they fully understood what coral was, though. Sketched by STV, a masked battlefield artist, said by some be one of the last artists to dedicate his career to the art of hand-drawn portraits. His works command a high value among the collectors in the know. STV's notes, old man seated looked like he's seen some things. I could speculate on who's all in there, but I'm not going to do that. Sketched by STV, a masked battlefield artist, said by some... Oh, yeah. STV's notes. The woman's the one in charge, and she's the smartest of the bunch. Have I seen her somewhere else before, though? Awful bunch. Never again. It doesn't really give you much to go off of. Request for interview was met with snide derision by the most important looking member of the group. They're not all bad though. One of them offered me a cup of coffee or something like it. That's Arquebus, that I can tell, so that might be the Vespers. As you can see the Arquebus logo there. I'm not seeing any logo here. Or anything here. Or here. That I can tell. But yeah, where'd it go? Yeah, that's definitely Arquebus on the back of his jacket. These independent mercs are members of a group of 4. One serves as an operator. These are the 4 hacktivists. Weren't willing to answer many questions. Never got to meet the group's 4th merc either. So that's King and his group. That's what they were talking about also in the other log with Notify the 4. Which we don't have much information on them. So that makes me think they're going to be DLC related. Or they were ripped content. I hope they're not ripped content because it sucks to have all that stuff in there. So, yeah. Still cryptic, still from Softy. But we know a lot of things now. We know they were playing around experimenting with coral. They found a way to cause mutations in the coral, and it sounds like the mutation just expanded so much that they couldn't control it. That's what caused the fires of Ibis. Now, coral's back. What do we learn? What do we know about coral now? Well, because of air, we know that coral at least has the, I guess you could say, souls or essence of people who died in the fires of Ibis. So, coral technically is dead people. And dosers use that to get high, which is very weird. But that also brings interesting things. The fact that human augmentation uses coral to augment humans. How does that happen? How does that work? And are we the only one who has effectively unlocked the inner coral soul within us with air? Or has this happened before? Also, we have a clearly mysterious third party. This third party that has ghost mechs come, that cleared out Boz, that could be connected to a certain Iguazu, hearing voices in his head. What is that party? We won't find that till much later, but what is that party? What is it? What does it want? Because it's definitely not a corporation, and it's definitely not PCA. It's something different. And then we have the corporations who are pretty straightforward overall. They just greed money. Corporations. Arquebus and Balaam fighting against each other. Balaam eventually lost and had to pull out, leaving this basically planets controlled by Arquebus at this point. RLF is still here, but PCA was pushed out, Balaam was pushed out, so it's now just RLF and Arquebus at this point, and you. But that kind of puts us where we're at right now. So, we are basically no longer Arquebus's friend at this point. Not a merc or anything. We're their enemy at this point. Everyone's focus was to get here. Now that we opened up the way, Arquebus knows. Arquebus is heading down. We're heading down. And now it's about to get spicy, I guess. And Still don't really know what the convergence is, though. Per what the scientist said, yeah, if you take a lot of coral and you put it in a certain area, mutations could happen, maybe. That's the entire reason, is to cause the mutations, but we don't know. And we'll start to kind of delve much further deep into what things are in New Game Plus and then New Game Plus Plus. For this playthrough, we're kind of nearing the end of what things are going to happen and lore and story. But that's that on the current lore where we're at now. And hopefully we can start to figure things out and get some more questions answered. Of course, it is FromSoft game. Things are cryptic. Sometimes you got to read between the lines and look at things in certain ways, really kind of understand what's going on, but we still don't really have enough to go off of quite yet. And maybe we will. Hopefully I'll see you next time so we can figure that out. Have a good one.